Me llamo Pedro Martinez. Soy was born in the Dominican Republic October 25th, 1971. Soy went to the Ohio Dominican College, and the first Major League Baseball team I played for was the Dodgers in 1992, and I pitched in 8 innings that entire year. Then I went to the Montreal Expos in 97 and held the Expos and Red Sox and won the season strikeout record. I was selected to pitch in the AAA All-Star game in 92 and named to the 96, 97, 98 All-Star games. I set the record for striking out 17 Yankees in one game. Plus I struck out Sosa, McGuire, Larkin, Walker, and Bagwell. At 33, I finished 16-9 with a 3.90 run average and strike out 227 batters in 217 innings. Out of all the teams I played for, the Red Sox are my favorite. I have been in 3 different teams my entire life, and last but not least, in 2002 I was named best pitcher in the world.
Okay.
Hola, me llamo Señor Oscar de la Hoya. Soy was born in East LA, California. I started boxing at age 6, even though I wanted to be a singer or famous baseball player. I never liked fighting or blood much, though. I won the 1992 Olympics for my mother because she was diagnosed with breast cancer and died in 1993. I wanted to quit boxing after my mother's death, but I knew she wanted me to succeed and follow my dreams. I won the world crowns at 130, 135, 140, 147, 154 pounds. I fought against Julio Cesar and cut his eye open and broke his nose. I was honored to even be seen in the boxing ring with him. After that fight, my cousins, aunts, and uncles started giving me money for no apparent reason. Just recently, I released an album named Oscar. It was very successful, and I dedicated it to my mother because we used to go around the house and sing for hours. Thanks for your time. Hasta luego.
Great, go.
Me llamo Nancy Lopez. Soy de Terrence, California. Soy talentoso y bello. I have dark hair. I grew up in a little house in Roswell. I have to watch my dad play golf when I was 8. At the age of 9, I was entered in the tournament, the Roswell's Pee Wee tournament, that is. At the age of 11, I was invited to the Women's Amateur Championship. After my sophomore year in college, I went to pursue in pro golf. I became a member of the U.S. Curtis Cup and World Amateur team. I could not be a member of Roswell's Country Club because I was Hispanic and I was not able to join. Yeah.
Action.
Soy Edison Arantes Pele Naciendo. Soy de Brazil. Soy fantástico y atlético. And here's my tender skin facts about my dad. I first learned the game of soccer from my father, Don Dino, who was a decent forward until his career was halted by a fractured leg. I went to play in 4 World Cups with Brazil's national team. At the club level, I shattered records in Brazil. I scored 127 goals for Santos FC in 1959, 110 in 1965, and led the club to two World Club Championships. I also hold the world record for hat tricks, a number of goals scored in the international level. Then I went to play for a North America Soccer League for the New York Cosmos for a 3-season contract of $7 million. That made me the highest paid soccer player in North America. And then I was the 1978 recipient of the National Peace Award. In 1980, I was named Athlete of the Century. In 1993, I was inducted into the National Soccer Hall of Fame. And I also did extensive work for the children's causes through UNICEF.
Okay, and action.
Hola, me llamo Gabrielle Beatriz Sabatini. Soy de Buenos Aires, Argentina. Soy Amble y Atletico. At age 14, I turned pro playing tennis. I was the very first female athlete to sign a $1 million deal with Pepsi. In 1992, I became the very first female athlete to have a red, orange, fiery rose named after me. In April of 2003, I received an award from the Family Circle Cup for fighting for women's rights in tennis. In 2003, I received the Mexican TV's Best Sports Person Award. I was elected in 1992 as one of the 50 most beautiful people of People's Magazine. In 1989, I started my own line of perfumes and now have 9 different kinds. I retired at the age of 26 from tennis. I also write motivational books for children, and I'm also the ambassador of Argentina for wine and beef.
Action.
Me llamo Julio Igüese de la Cieza. Soy de Meridia. Soy a singer, law student, athlete. I was in an auto accident that left me semi-paralyzed for half a year. I have 7 kids. I have been divorced once and am currently married. I became one of the very few Hispanic artists to be honored with the star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I was also the first and only to receive the Diamond Record Award ever given to a performer by the Guinness World Book of Records. I became a singer after I received a guitar from my nurse while I was recovering from the accident. I quit law school to go into the music business. I speak English, Spanish, Italian, Greek, and 2 other languages.
That's it. And action.
Soy Gloria Maria
Shh.
Fajardo Estefan. Soy de Havana, Cuba. Soy Hispanic y bonita. When I was 2 years old, my family moved to Miami because we were forced to leave and get away from the Castro government of Cuba. My father spent 18 months in prison. He was involved with the Bay of Pigs invasion. When my father was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, I took care of him along with my sister Rebecca while my mother worked. I liked playing guitar and singing pop hits in my room when I was younger. I was admitted to the University of Miami on a scholarship. I hoped for a career in psychology. Although I was passionate about music, I was incredibly shy and had no interest in being the spotlight. I was an accompanist and occasional lead singer of a local Cuban-American group called the Miami Latin Boys. The leader of the group is my husband.
Okay.
Okay. Hola, me llamo Carlos Montoya. Soy de Madrid, Spain. Soy viejo y inteligente. I was born in 1913. My uncle was a famous guitar player, and I learned much from him. I started playing guitar at 10 and mastered it by 14. When I first started playing flamenco guitar, everybody thought I had lost my mind, and I had lost most of my friends and family. I'm a solo guitar player. I tried to sing it, but it didn't really work out because we got in lots of fights. I was named the greatest flamenco guitar player in history, and I was the first flamenco guitar to ever make a solo album. I was 31, I made my first solo record, and I've been married once, and I have 3 children. My oldest son picked up guitar and was successful, but didn't make a career out of it. And I died in 1993, but I still played my last show a month before I died.